sponsored by Casetify. No moi, it is Joinen. And the other day, we were just sitting here on the stream, chatting with the chat, and someone dropped in. I apologize, I've forgotten your name. And they claimed to be an artist for Meet My Story, one of the animated story channels here that we look at actually quite often. They told me that they put plenty of references to me in a specific video called My Parents Rubbed Me. Now, you may know of Jarvis Johnson's video where My Story Animated was making fun of him in their videos. I don't think this is going to be like that. I hope it's not going to be like that. I don't think it is. I think this one is kind of fun. I don't know. I haven't watched it. We will together see whatever references there are to me in this animated story. I'm actually kind of excited for this. Okay, right. 0 seconds in, and we're already here. Well, look at this. That's the Nug Thug merch. I was gonna go get it, but I don't actually know where it is. I couldn't find it, but I did find this from Casetify. So Casetify, they're pretty cool because their new Impact and Ultra Impact phone cases are made up of 65% recycled and plant-based materials. Ooh, that's fancy. And their packaging is 100% recyclable, made from recycled paper and soy ink from soybeans, the beans that keep on giving. So some of these I chose from their curated designs, and some of them I have customized myself with my own text and lettering and stuff, so I'm kind of excited to see those. This is so fancy. Check this one out. They feature what they call Defensify, which is an antimicrobial coating that kills 99% of bacteria. So that's cool. Look at that. That's cool. This one is the Ultra Impact with the little corners, the edges on the corners. And then I also picked this one, which is the regular Impact. You can see because it's smooth around the edges. These will make a fantastic gift. This one's cool. You can like pick your own like airport ticket. So obviously I picked Narita in Tokyo, and if you see here, it says Mr. Le Moon. So some of them have like lettering that you can adjust. So I picked my own colors, my own lettering, and everything, and I made this one, the Ebby case, named after my cat, Ebby. Casetify says that the new Impact and Ultra Impact cases are lined with their new Chi-Tech 2.0. That's impact absorbing dual layer 3 times military grade shock dispersing material. Can withstand drops of up to 6.6 feet with impact cases and 9.8 feet 3 meters for Ultra Impact cases. But like, are we taking their word for it? Or are we gonna drop this newly super stylish phone onto the floor for ourselves? Or are we just asking rhetorical questions? So here we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max in working condition. Let's hope it stays that way. I've set up a board hard. We're gonna drop it from here? No. We're gonna drop it from here. Oh, no. We're gonna drop it from here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And there it is, completely fine. Ta-da! Jeez, I'm glad that worked. Go to casetify.com/joinin for 15% off your order. Isn't that so cool? Looking sweet, might I add.
I found the person's name. It's Varya Vorontsova.
Varya Vorontsova was the one.
Mom, can you explain to me what all this means? Or maybe you, Dad? I was telling my parents angrily. What's the matter, honey? Is your piggy bank really empty? Oh, what a shame. I guess you just forgot that you've spent all your savings already. My mother answered ironically and tried.
Your piggy bank's empty. You must have spent it all, says the parents in the My Parents Robbed Me animated story. Likely story. I'm sorry. I'm clearly biased. I'm siding with the one in the Nug Thug merch. What can I say?
To leave the room as quickly as possible. Dad followed her, which made me even more angry. You won't get away with it. Either you tell me where my money is, or I'll go to the police and charge you with theft. Out of desperation, I had to resort to threats. But it was clear from my parents' behavior that they didn't care about my feelings.
They're like, hey, what, you gonna go to report a police? My parents took my piggy bank. Sure they did.
They pretended to smile. There were more important things on their minds. To refill the cat's overflowing bowl with food, for example. The food crumbled on the floor, just like my dreams of an electric scooter.
Wait, okay, this is what I'm getting at, right? Like, this is why I'm so confused. Because supposedly it was just the artist who did references. So we had a little chat when they were in the chat the other day. And I was asking, like, okay, so do you kind of work as like a contractor? You just get given the story and make the assets and then send them on to the animator. And my understanding is that is how it works. So it's possible that the coincidence of the electric scooter thing is maybe just more what inspired the artist to make this one, you know, some references because it was the electric scooter. They're like, electric scooter, we should, you know what I mean? Rather than it being the actual story. Oh, the creator arrived. I am here. You made it. Can we get a confirmation you decided to put in some Joinen references just because it related with this electric scooter thing? Or is that just a complete coincidence? The electric scooter is accident. I wasn't know about this man. Oh, it's a pure coincidence. The artist didn't even know.
I wanted to burst into tears, but my dad was calmly looking at my unhappy face while humming a song from a shampoo commercial. What is going on with you people? And where's all my money? My name is Alex, and recently, my parents robbed me.
Whoa, hold up. Did I spy a lemon? Wait, okay, this thing's in the way. That there, is that a lemon patch on the jeans? Is that a lemon patch? Yes, we got a confirmation. There's a lemon patch on the jeans.
My parents robbed me. This betrayal was almost impossible to live with, and I wasn't ready to put up with it. Actually, my parents are quite normal people. They're not criminals or alcoholics. Each of them has a decent job, and all the money they earn, they spend on family needs.
Yeah, and you know, they're perfectly fine, aside from just stealing piggy bank money from their daughter, but you know.
I've never been neglected either. They gave me everything they could, but at some point, it was as if a wall had grown between us. It all started with my dream of owning an electric scooter.
Yay! And look, shouldn't everybody dream of owning an electric scooter? Because that is how you know that you've made it.
Dream of a teenage girl, right? But as soon as my parents found out about it, they started laughing at me. Alex, did you decide to grow some love handles by giving up walking? And things like that.
It's weird that she's the one talking, but she was voicing the mom, and the mom could have said it.
I knew at the time that such an expensive toy was an unaffordable luxury for us. And behind
I can't believe this. How did the meme even start? I think it was a Troom Troom video. That's what it was. There was like rich versus poor, and the poor person took an Uber and the rich person took an electric scooter. And for some reason, that was like a point that they were making. An electric scooter is the ultimate form of luxury. This couldn't be more perfect. There we go. Yeah, look, I don't mean to flex, but I've got an electric scooter. The ultimate form of luxury.
The irony, they were trying to hide their own inadequacy. So one day I said, okay, I'll save up for an electric scooter and buy it with my own money. I think our little girl has matured and ready to make some big decisions, Mom said with some
real mature, making the biggest decisions, the biggest financial investment of your life.
Surprise and joy. Maybe you even have a plan on how to save the right amount of money? Dad asked thoughtfully. I'll get a part-time job of some kind, and I won't spend my allowance. I was very proud of myself. The plan was perfect. Then my parents praised my enthusiasm and said that my decision was worthy of respect and that they...
Yeah, there's no decision more worthy of respect than the decision to save up to purchase an electric scooter. I agree.
Be happy if I could pull it off. It seemed like we were able to come to an agreement, but later I realized it was just an illusion.
Yeah, because your parents keep stealing your piggy bank money. How are you supposed to save up for an electric scooter when your parents keep smashing open your piggy banks?
A job as a courier in a cafe, and every day after...
Oh my gosh, it says my name! It says my name! What is it? Okay, what does it actually say? Does this say anything? It definitely says Joinen at the bottom there. Something 100 something my Joinen. Longer 100 my Joinen. It scribbles with no sense. Oh, right, okay. No, the actual artist. Right. The actual artist confirms it doesn't say anything.
Hey, And every day after school, I delivered orders around the neighborhood. On top of that, I saved my pocket money.
Wait, is that? Oh, that's my. Oh, dang! That's that. Okay, but I'm on it with my guitar. Okay, all right. This is too cool. All right, there's my fridge. Hold on. Look, there's the fridge at the top there, and then there's the plant there. There's the Rubik's Cube and the green Game Boy. It's changed slightly. There's the Rubik's Cube. That one, and then the Game Boy. That's not the green one, but the green one does exist. That's my shelf. And then there's my guitar. That guitar right there. That's me. Oh, the lemon light. There's the lemon light on the wall. That one. Yeah, not to mention the actual shelf itself is the same shelf. It's too cool.
As much as I could. Because of that, I was hungry all afternoon, but I was happy to do it because I was getting closer and closer to my dream. I got so caught up in the process of making money that at some point I couldn't think about anything else. Just my piggy bank on my mind. This went on for 2 months, and then, while delivering another order, I fainted. I woke up in a hospital room with an unbearable headache.
I'm actually like finding it hard to concentrate on the story because I'm just like looking at the background. Art style is super nice, actually. Yeah, all the compliments to the art. The art is amazing.
I'm $834 short of my dream, and I'm lying here wasting precious time and money, I said to myself, and tried to get up so I could get out of the hospital.
830. Oh, you buy an expensive scooter. You can get them cheaper than that. You know, I upgraded later. My first scooter was certainly cheaper than that.
As quickly as possible, but the machines I was hooked up to started beeping uncontrollably right away, and I got very dizzy. I couldn't keep my balance and returned to my original position.
Dude, that happened to me on stream one time. Do you guys remember that? I got super dizzy.
Hospital staff immediately appeared next to me. They told me that I had a serious head injury.
Oh, from the fall?
And that I absolutely should not be allowed to stand up. But I have to, don't you get it? I have to work. I answered sadly to the nurse who was adjusting the pillow under my head. Soon my parents came to see me. They said that I overworked myself and that now I should rest, heal, and forget about the electric scooter, at least for a while.
No, not the electric scooter.
At that moment, I think I had awakened an unstoppable careerist in me. I didn't even know it was possible to be sad from doing nothing and missing work. You've got your whole life ahead of you. You have time to save up for an electric scooter and a car. My mother comforted
and a car. No, we're trying to save the planet here.
me. Exactly. You still have another 60 years, Dad added encouragingly.
60
Well,
years.
that was comforting. Luckily, I turned out to be a real fighter. And after a couple of weeks, I was ready to get back to work.
Good stuff.
First thing I did when I got home, I decided to count the money in my...
I'm trying to look at this photo on the wall, trying to figure out if it means anything. Maria, it's an old background here, no reference to you. So the photos on the wall, they had no reference, which I feel like I knew because I didn't know what they were.
piggy bank. Not that it could go anywhere. It's just that's all I've been thinking about for the last month. I wanted so badly to touch the result of my labor. Then I found my piggy bank completely empty.
I mean, you did just drop it on the ground, but because it was empty, right? It was already empty.
Do I need to tell you how I felt at that moment? I knew that in my absence, there was no one at home but my parents.
Oh, did we get like a... Okay, I thought that might have been the case. I think the part at the start was like a mid-part section where they like... I've been wondering how I got in this position, and now that's when we were... So that first part where the parents had kind of stolen the piggy bank, I think that is only happening now, and we had like a flashback to the events leading up to it. I think that's what happened.
That meant only one thing. They had something to do with the disappearance of my money. But their stupid behavior and total denial of their involvement was killing me and driving me crazy. And at the same
I don't know, I'm not a scientist.
time, it was telling me that my intuition wasn't deceiving me, and my parents knew where my money was. And they took a firm stand playing dumb and refusing to talk to me. The stress gave me severe headaches again, and that's when my parents changed tactics. Alex, you've been through a lot of trauma because of that money. You can't stress yourself out. You need to take care of yourself, they said, trying to calm me down. But what kind of peace could there be if they stole my dream?
Say you were in trauma because of the money. Yeah, we took your money away just to help you, okay? It was too traumatic.
I was not ready to put up with it, so I declared a war on my parents.
Ah!
Oh, yeah?
Good. That is always the answer. Always declare war on your parents.
All right, then I won't go to school until you pay me back every last dime, I said firmly, slammed the door loudly, and went to my room. But time passed and nothing changed. My parents still made no comments on what was going on, and pretending to be infantile teenagers, making silly comments about the piggy bank situation. Alex, maybe you bought yourself a mountain of chocolate during your blackout, and that's how you blew all your savings.
Don't gaslight your own daughter. Come on. You were so supportive of the electric scooter maneuver.
My mom teased me. Why not? You could. I think you have put a few pounds on after that incident. Dad
What?
echoed Mom's words. I was super mad at their behavior, and every day I wondered more and more why wouldn't they give me my money back, and
Lemon
what
light.
had exactly
There I
happened to it. I used to be sure that my parents were decent and honest people.
The J on her pants. Right, it was a J. I kept looking at it going like, is it a candy cane? It's a J, right. Of course.
But now they've just brazenly ripped off their daughter, and they seem to be even proud of what they've done. For a moment, I wondered, maybe one of us is crazy.
You know what I love? You know what I love about this? No cargo shorts. This person was like, no, you know what? Every time we see Joinen in pants, it's usually just a pair of jeans. Let's depict him how he actually is. Gaslighting and fat shaming? Yeah, sorry, I'm so distracted this time.
To be even proud of what they've done. For a moment, I wondered, maybe one of us is crazy, me or them. After all, reality can't be that cruel. But I soon noticed something interesting. My parents started saving money on
There's so many zooms. It's like my parents started saving money on it.
almost everything, and our family's standard of living dropped dramatically. And that could mean only one thing. They really didn't have a way to pay me back, and they must have stolen it for a specific purpose. But for what purpose?
What if it was like hospital bills or something, you know? What if it's actually kind of wholesome and they didn't have any of the money? I mean, surely you could just tell her at that point rather than gaslight her.
And what were they hiding from me behind their ridiculous behavior? At this point, I had two main theories. One, my parents had somehow gotten themselves into a bad situation and they'd run up a lot of debt. And two, they were addicted to gambling.
What?
I remember my mom mentioning a long time ago that Dad used to gamble away large sums of money playing poker and had a hard time giving up his addiction. Could it be that a serious grown man could fall into that trap again? I began to take a closer look at my parents and their behavior, hoping to figure out what was wrong. But it was so confusing. I was getting farther and farther away from the truth. And then, one late night, when I woke up and went to get a drink of water, I heard my parents awake. How many? Why so little? What else
They bought themselves a scooter.
could we do to raise the amount just a little faster? My mother spoke in a whisper. I don't know. I have nothing to say, dear. Daddy answered in a confused and anxious way. My God, what's the matter with them? Yes, my problem was somehow immediately overshadowed because my parents could be in trouble. Now I just...
What kind of trouble they in? They bought electric scooters on a credit card and they needed to pay it back because they don't have that kind of money.
had to find out what was behind this mystery story. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. Since I refused to go to school, the next morning I stayed home alone and began my investigation. There must be something at home that would help me untangle the web in which our family was trapped. A sense of anxiety prevented me from thinking straight, and I was like a thief, turning over everything I saw. Closets, shelves, beds, flower pots. I think I looked around the whole house, but found nothing that would help me find answers to my questions. But it just can't be. Either my parents are hiding something from me, or I exaggerated my problem.
You think it's poker addiction? It's not poker addiction. It's not poker addiction. I hope it's not just they paid for her medical bills, because it just feels like that's a weird thing to then lie to her about. Sorry, we didn't have the money, so we took your money and paid for your medical bills with your money. Is that okay? You'd be like, well, yeah, I guess. She made a big mess, though. Tipping dirt out of the plants and everything.
Wondered out loud, looking at the mess I'd made.
Hey, lemon cotton. That's the good stuff right there. Look, it's the lemon cotton.
And then a genius thought struck me. I haven't looked into my mom's laptop. It was never password protected, and maybe that's where I could find the answers to my questions. I looked through hundreds of pages. There was a lot of unnecessary information that caught my eye immediately. But among the piles of junk, I was able to find something interesting.
This implies they hang and frame the pillowcase. They might have. Copyright infringement, hit them with a cease and desist. You're trying to claim all the income from Beat My Story.
For example, a search query, treatment of brain tumors. I almost fainted when I saw it. But
wait, she's got a brain tumor? I feel like she has the right to know if she has a brain tumor.
even more interesting things were awaiting me on my mom's email. There was a medical report from the hospital from which I was recently...
Yay! Hey, your mom's got good taste though, let's say that much. That's my... see, right there. Look, there. Bam. Bam. Bam.
discharged. It said that I was discharged with a brain tumor diagnosis.
This is, okay, I'm gonna say, this is a super weird situation though, because her parents like stole her money to pay for her treatment of a brain tumor, but they didn't tell her that she had a brain tumor. I feel like she has every right to know.
My whole life flashed before my eyes. How could it be? I'm so young. Why? Why? I whispered through my tears into the silence. I was so distraught, I didn't even notice how it was already evening.
The crying on top of the talking is kind of spooky.
My parents were about to arrive, but it was too late to tidy up the apartment. I heard the key turn in the lock, and the next moment my mom and dad walked in. When they saw my crying face, they were confused. There was a dead silence in the room, and then I confessed. I know. I tried to keep my emotions in check, but it wasn't working. Alexa, we didn't mean to upset you. This whole situation with the money is all about you. You need an expensive surgery, but we don't have that kind of money.
You should have told her, okay? You should have told her and not just stolen her piggy bank money to pay for like a part of it.
We're sorry.
This video is about to end. They always do this. They always do this. It's like they speedrun the story right at the end. It's like, oh, this is a really bad situation. We have 54 seconds to finish this up. This might just be like a really sad story.
Mother said with tears in her eyes, barely audible. That's when
Oh, they're going to do one of those things where it's like, oh, I had this idea and this is how we're going to get some money. And look, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm on my way. And pretty soon, I think I'll have enough money to deal with the surgery. That's how they end it. They always do that, where it's like not an actual ending. It's like kind of like a, yeah. We're working towards an ending and it might end up all right.
found out that when I fainted and went to the hospital, the doctors discovered I had an operable brain tumor. My parents immediately started collecting money for my treatment, and my piggy bank wasn't left out. They were terrified of losing me, so they went ahead and took my money. When I found out about it, I didn't feel any anger at all towards my parents because they were doing it for me.
Yeah.
What kind of electric scooter am I talking about when my life is on the line?
It is kind of weird how this all started about an electric scooter.
My parents and I had a lot to talk about that day, but we weren't going to give up and started a fundraiser.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate that just after 1 week, we had raised the money we were lacking.
Yep.
And I'm going to have surgery very soon.
Yep.
After that surgery, I will go back to achieving my dreams. And without a doubt, I will own an electric scooter.
Yeah.
I hope for your support ahead of the surgery. Tell me, what dream have you been saving up for?
Yep. I knew it. I knew it. It always goes like that. You'll get that electric scooter. You will. I know you will. Thank you very much to Varia Vorontsova. Thank you very much for including all those things in the video. Did anybody spot any of them? Nope. No one in the comments. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. That was so cool. That was a very cool, fun experience, and generally all quite lighthearted and nice, which is good. I wasn't being made fun of or anything. Anyway, if you want to wear the Meet My Story merch that Alex was wearing in the video, you can actually get it. You can wear what she was wearing. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you for watching my video, but now that it's done, please watch another one.